They seem to have this well under control with a 29-6 lead starting the 113-pound class. Down in the class, in the third place mat, boy from Bloomington's going to get a 7-4 win, so they're also going to have a solid lead. Should be 25-6 after 106.
Laster, front headlock, turns the corner, looking to maybe lock up another cradle after he hooks the leg, but he just gives up on the head and gets the takedown, so 2-0. Going to cut him to get the escape. These Montini kids love to wrestle on their feet, and we've been talking all day long with Yorkville. They're probably a little bit more comfortable on the mat, so these Montini kids are keeping themselves where they're good and comfortable, and maybe where Yorkville's not as comfortable, and they're able to dominate them so far in a lot of these matches on their feet.
Yeah, and the Yorkville kids have done a nice job riding on top, but the difference is they can't turn on. The Montini boys are doing things enough off the bottom where they're not getting turned, and therefore the Yorkville boys can't score any points off of it. They just ride them and shorten the match a little bit. That, and the only bad thing about being good on top is you got to be able to get there, and they haven't been able to do so.
Another takedown for Laster, so it's 4-1 now.
Again, the noise you hear, Leroy just got a pin at 126 in the Class A championship to take a 30-21 lead down there. And again, you got to be here to appreciate this. This side of this place is filled with Leroy fans on one part of it and the Lena fans on the other side, following their programs and their high schools at that level.
And Laster with another takedown, take a 6-2 lead, 25 seconds to go in the first period. Is going to cut him again and look for one more here in this period. Over there on the third place mat, it's 0-0 at 113 pounds, but Bloomington leads the duel 25-6. Laster's got his legs back here, but 5 seconds to go on the edge of the mat. Doesn't look like he's going to get a takedown into the period as they go out of bounds. 2 seconds to go in the first.
Montini will have choice, and he takes bottom. Like we talked about, I'm not big on doing this. You've dominated on your feet. This boy's best position's the top, and you're giving him a chance to be in his best position. But obviously, the Montini kids have enough confidence in their ability to get away, and looks like we've got some blood over there. So going back to our third place match, Bloomington with the early takedown. He leads 2-0 towards the end of the first period. They also are at 113.
And looks like we might have blood on mat 3 and a contact situation on mat 4. So both matches kind of at a halt for right now. But we're getting back to action on the championship mat. Laster getting set on the bottom. He leads 6-3 going into the second period. Montini leads the duel 29-6.
Again, keeping you updated in the other matches going on. In the AAA state championship, Oak Park River Forest has a 20-6 lead over Carl Sandburg. In the Class A mat, Leroy has a 30-21 lead over Lena Winslow. And here on our mat, 29-6, Montini leads Yorkville. Yorkville boys got that leg in again. See if he can't stretch him out. They tend to like to look power halves. He's working on it, not in there yet.
But again, Montini kid picked bottom here and kind of allowed the Yorkville kid to slow down the match by getting his legs in on top and riding a little bit. Even if it's just for a little bit, the Montini kid was pretty dominant on his feet and was able to kind of go at his pace. Now that the match is slowed down, maybe the Yorkville kid will get a little bit more confidence into him.
Yeah, so Montini needs to get moving here on the whistle. He can't let him or just brace himself to allow the legs to come in, and that's what he did. He braced himself, Still kept the leg off. Now he is on his feet. And now he's going to try and use his athleticism.
On the leg. Gets the reversal, then cuts him. So it's 8-4 with 50 seconds to go here in the second period.
Down on the far mat there, 2-1. Favor of Bloomington at 1:13, 30 seconds into the second period, 4-1 now.
Nice shot by Laster. Way to kind of adjust from a swing single to finishing off with both legs. So 37 seconds to go. He's going to let him back up to make the score 10-5 here in the second period.
Again, Yorkville, an up-and-coming program. They're trying to join the elite in the state as far as the AA level. And I think they've done some things with their schedule. I noticed we saw them up to the Dvorak this year, so they're bringing their kids up there to get a chance to wrestle some of the top kids in the state and in the Midwest and so on. So that's got to help them for future years.
Yeah, they've done a really good job building that program. The coaching staff kind of understood, I think, that there was a process. They had to go step by step, and I think that this is kind of the culmination of taking those steps. They've gotten themselves into in the past couple of years some tougher tournaments. They're getting more and more state place winners and state qualifiers, and this year they're going to come home with a state trophy as a team.
Yeah, that's going to be tough road for them next year. Looking at their individual state qualifiers, they had 6, of which 3 placed, and 5 of the 6 were seniors, including all of their placers. So they're going to have to replace some quality kids next year. Whereas Montini, out of their 13 state qualifiers, what we say, only 3 of them were seniors.
Only 3, yeah. Now Laster's just going on his feet and working takedowns to build his lead. It's 16-8. He's going to give him an escape, so make it 16-9. Minute and 30 to go in the second period. So he's just been dominant in this match on his feet, and as he is in most of his matches, he's very strong and athletic, and he's able to get to his, whether it's his shots or off your own shots, he's able to score.
Just so quick and athletic when people move against him. That's the one thing you know as well as I do. You can't practice against that. In your practice room, these kids from Yorkville are all, I'll use the word methodical, do things correct and move around, but they're running into some kids who are just so much faster than they are. It's causing them some big problems.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to adjust to if you've never seen it before. So, coming out, and these kids are quick and they're explosive, and again, the Yorkville kids wrestled their style, and it's very successful for them. And it's just every once in a while, when they can't slow down the match, they're going to run into some problems at times. Over on the third place mat, Bloomington kid has I think it's a 9-2 lead. Minute and 15 to go in the third period at 1:13, and he spins this side, locks up a cradle, looking for takedown and back point. So it looks like Bloomington's should be able to get another win over there at 113 pounds, and they already have a pretty commanding lead.
Now, we've seen some cradles that have been run not real pretty, just to me awful sloppy, but because the kids do them so hard that they work for them. And he's sitting on near fall, not going to give it to him until he breaks the hold, and he readjusts and flips him on his back again.
Uh, 10 seconds to go. I'm looking to whip him over here. 4 seconds. He's going to win 20-9. Montini's going to get 4 more team points to take a 33-6 lead here, head into 120 pounds. Over there on the third place mat, up 14-3. Bloomington is at 113 pounds, so if they win that, they'll take a 29-6 lead. So both of these dual meets, you have Montini and Bloomington kind of running away right now, heading into 120 pounds.